morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Inside Scoop. I'm your host, Bubba, along with my co-host, Joey. Joey, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Holding out during this heat?
Yep.
Been crazy weather. Hope everyone out there is staying cool.
Yeah.
Remember to hydrate. Well, let's start things off on a little bit of a positive note, as we always do with our birthdays, wrestlers, or people that you know who had a birthday.
The first one, is stand back. There's a hurricane coming through.
Hurricane Helms.
His birthday was July 12th, and he's 49.
Oh, he's already 49.
Yep.
That's amazing.
A member of DX, X-Pac.
Okay, who I've met, Sean Waltman. I've met him.
July 13th, he's 51.
Yeah, he's older. I know that.
JEFFJARRETT.
For those who can't spell, that's
Jeff Jarrett.
That's Jeff Jarrett.
It was July 14th, he's 56.
Who I've also met. I met at SeaWorld of all places. I was in when I was in Florida on vacation.
One half of the Dudleys, Bubba Ray.
Who I've also met.
He's also July 15th, he's 52.
Yes.
I have kids, Heath Slater.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see a name anymore. Does he work for AEW at all?
I don't know.
I don't watch wrestling right now.
I don't watch AEW, so I don't know.
Yeah,
DJ would know that if he did.
Yeah, we don't have DJ here. We should bring him on one of these nights. It's tough getting him out of there, though.
His birthday is July 15th, and he turned 40 this year. WWE Hall of Famer, Jesse the Body Ventura.
Yes, I think he's getting close to 70, isn't he?
He's already in his 70s. His birthday is July 15th, and he just turned 72.
Wow, Jesse the Body is 72.
Bobby Lashley, July 16th, 47.
Bobby looks great for 47. It looks like Bobby Lashley's making kind of a heel turn. Looks like he may be becoming a face. He's been talking to a lot of people on WWE's little storyline.
I've been seeing rumors that mentioned saying someone's going to turn face after 2 years or whatever. Or something.
I don't know who. It might be him again because he was a face. He's a heel. He keeps flip flopping.
And this one is the former WCW referee Randy Anderson.
Randy Pee Wee Anderson.
His birthday was July 17th.
He's passed, hasn't he?
Yes.
Yes.
I looked that up. One half of the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson.
Okay, who I was supposed to meet, but that show got canceled.
His birthday's July 19th. He turned 65.
Wow, my God, Rock and Roll Express is 65.
HBK, Shawn Michaels.
Michael Higginbotham.
Oh, two DX members on the list. I didn't realize that.
Oh, him and X-Pac.
Oh, I forgot to write the day of his birthday. I forgot. Oh, I know it's July. He's
Sometime in July.
He's 58. The next one is another Hall of Famer. Oh, I forgot Sean's a Hall of Famer too. And Rob Gibson's a Hall of Famer. The late Fabulous Moolah.
Lillian Ellison.
July 22nd. She would have been 100 years old this year.
Moolah would have been 100 this year?
Yeah, she was born in 1923.
Same year as my dad. My dad was born in 23.
And lastly, I got Head's buddy, Al Snow.
Al Snow. I haven't spoken to Al actually in a while.
July 18th.
On
60.
Al, yeah, I know he's having his birthday soon. I know that.
He just had one a week ago.
Okay.
A week or two ago.
We also have mentioned a birthday coming up because since we may not be here for the month of August, we have a birthday coming up. And we may be getting before our next taping, but we can mention it now if he was with us. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We're talking about on the way down here on September 5th.
Yeah, my former roommate.
Yeah, and our former co-host, great guy.
John Scanlon.
Steve's brother, John, younger brother.
John was the second oldest.
Older brother, yep, second oldest behind Jim. Would have been 50. Rest in peace, John. We'll remember you on September 5th. That's actually a good subject we could talk about later. We'll go into it later. People who use, because we've talked about this before, but I want your opinion now. People who I think belong in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I've watched a couple biographies on A&E, different wrestlers. Adorable Adrian, I just got a message to my phone, folks. Don't worry about it. Doesn't mean your tie came in or the tea's ready or anything. All right. about Bam Bam Bigelow and Adorable Adrian Adonis. I don't think either one are in the Hall of Fame.
No.
And I think both of them belong in the Hall of Fame. Adorable Adrian Adonis should be in the Hall of Fame. And Bam Bam Bigelow should definitely be in the Hall of Fame. Definitely. I don't know why they're not in. I don't know if there's controversy behind them. I know they both had their problems with, illegal substances into their death, into their years. Of course,
Well, Adrian Adonis
died from a car accident.
Yeah.
Very bad car accident. Him and two other gentlemen passed. That was also mentioned during that biography. I shouldn't mention the show. It's on A&E. It's the biography of different wrestlers on the dark side of the ring. Good series is to watch. You get some information behind the scenes. I happen to have met Bam Bam Bigelow once in Revere. Very soft-spoken. You think for a big guy he'd be kind of loud and abused. Very soft-spoken. That wasn't his thing. Very caring. I guess he was very good friends with Diamond Dallas Page. Him and Diamond worked different locations over the years. Both from Asbury Park, New Jersey. So, well, now let's go on to the more negative news, which I don't like to talk about, but
since we're talking about wrestlers, the first one on my list, he was a late 80s, early 1990s wrestler for the WWE, when it was WWF, Mantar.
Mantar died?
Yes, he died. I found out he died in his sleep.
Wow, he didn't wrestle long for WWE.
I think they say he was like 55 or 56.
Young man, he was younger than me. That's something I didn't even hear that anywhere. No one mentioned that. Even wrestling form. The first time I've heard of that from anybody.
Singing legend Tony Bennett.
Yep, 96, I believe.
Yeah.
What a classic act, a class man, over 70 years in the business singing. I left my heart in San Francisco. Who hasn't heard that song over the years? Even rock music. What kind of music do you listen to? He was actually doing skits and shows with rock concert people, and over the years, towards the end of his life, he was doing with different people.
I think one of the last people he did work with was Lady Gaga.
Yep, Lady Gaga. I think he worked one time with Kid Rock. I think he worked with a few people, rock music people over the years. Another icon.
And when we were talking about in the car,
yeah, we just heard about
the
this today.
controversial singer Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, 56 years old. I know she had her demons, her problems with the Holy Father. Tear up the picture of the Holy Father on which is the Pope, by the way. I am Catholic.
The late Pope.
Yep, Pope John Paul called him the real devil. Dead wrong, but. And it really sparked her career because she basically got cut from concerts from that. It really hurt her career doing that. I know that. She had her own demons as the years went on. She had problems with mental health issues. But I can't believe she's dead, 56 years old.
Yeah, she passed today.
Yes, a lot of you folks know that we air this on a Saturday, but we tape on a Wednesday. Today, I believe, is the 26th.
Yes.
And she passed, I heard this morning. I just saw it before I came to our taping tonight.
Yeah, I saw it a few hours ago when it popped up on my phone.
Very informative. Now let's go into
Some of the hottest party in the
hottest. Yep.
One of the 4 big pay-per-views. SummerSlam.
We've given up picks, but we'll go over them all.
First is the rubber match between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar.
Somehow Cody's going to win that match. I don't know how, but Cody's going to win that match because they can't give a push to Brock who's not there. It never works. It works when he wants to. Cody's been a hot commodity, and it would push him right in the right direction to become a champion. So, and you're going to pick Cody.
Yeah. This one is the World Heavyweight title, Seth Rollins against Finn Balor.
That could be the match of the night. That could definitely be the match of the night. They'll let it go. I'm going to shock you. I think Finn Balor wins that match.
But gets cashed in on by his own.
Yep.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yep. By Damian Priest. Senior Money in the Bank.
Next one is the SmackDown Women's title triple threat. Asuka defending against Charlotte and Bianca.
I'm surprised you're here too. I think Asuka keeps her title. Somehow, the other two are going to collide and Asuka's going to steal the win somehow. That's my opinion on that. She's going to miss somebody. Or Charlotte's going to go to spare Asuka, or she's going to jump out of the way, and she's going to end up missing Bianca or something. So she's going to miss somebody, and she's going to win the match that way. I mean, I'd like to see Charlotte win the title so she can, get to that 16 plateau, World Championship plateau, but
You get a triple tie, she gets that.
I don't think it's going to happen right now.
And next, well, this one's going to be an unusual match because of what was going on last Friday. It's the WWE Universal title, which is going to be what they get, was that Tribal Rules match?
Okay.
I guess it's an anything goes match by the sound of it.
Well, that means
Roman.
Solo's going to be attacking Jay again.
From what they're saying,
Jimmy's going to come out of the audience, so Jimmy's going to come out and help Jimmy.
it's not only the title's going to be online by the sound of it, it's going to be the chief
Control
role.
of the bloodline,
Yeah.
the tribal chief.
Roman Reigns against Jey Uso. I gotta go with the Uso on that one.
I think it's going to be interesting. With the influx of Solo Sikoa, I think Roman Reigns keeps his title. That's just my opinion. I don't think they're going to I think somehow they're going to keep that title on Roman Reigns until WrestleMania of next year. I don't know why, but I think they're going to.
WrestleMania is going to be in Philadelphia.
I've heard another match that's possibility is going to be Ricochet against Logan Paul.
That's the other one I couldn't think of.
We were talking about this earlier. Also,
It's
there's
challenge
Becky
that
Lynch.
agreed to.
Becky Lynch against Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
That's another match that hasn't been officially announced, but I think it's going to happen.
IC title with Drew and Gunther.
Gunther, that should happen too, because I know they've been pushing that. They haven't announced it yet, but I think they'll announce it this week. Very interesting. And I personally think this is going to be interesting. I think Imperium gets involved in the match, and it'll end up being either a no contest or a win for Drew McIntyre, but he won't win the title. He won't beat Gunther. Not yet. That's something. That's a feud that they can keep going too. Maybe into Survivor Series or the next pay-per-view. Could be because that's interesting. Very interesting. Oh, something sparking in Joey here.
I got the dates for the next 3 pay-per-views afterward.
And who would you like in those other matches between, say, Logan Paul and Ricochet? I'm not a big Ricochet fan, so I think somehow Logan Paul wins that match.
I'm going to Ricochet.
And Becky Lynch against Trish Stratus. I think Becky hurts Trish Stratus. And I think of all people, Lita's going to come out and help Becky. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, they were both attacked by Trish.
I know the Great American Bash for NXT is coming up this Sunday, which is, this is taping Saturday, folks. So tomorrow night, I believe it's at 7 o'clock on your cable, will be the Great American Bash. Now, I'm going to a wrestling show this Sunday. I'll mention that after this. But can you believe Dirty Dom Mysterio is the North American champion? He's got a triple threat match against Wesley and Mustafa Ali. Now, just as the other match, triple threat, I think Dirty Dom keeps his title. I really do. I don't see either one of the other two beating him. It's time to give. He's probably the most hated wrestler right now in WWE. Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Dum Dum. Dom Dom.
I like Dum Dum better.
Dum Dum. I can see maybe something happen between Rhea Ripley and perhaps Liv Morgan too, somewhere along the road. If it's going to be SummerSlam, they might squeeze that match in to give Rhea a match. That'd be an interesting time. Well, I briefly mentioned that there is a wrestling show coming up, which I will be attending. RWA Legacy, which is the first phase of Legacy. It's usually 3 different shows. It's going to be at the Colonial Theater in Providence on Sunday. I'm not sure of the start time. I believe it's 5 o'clock, but don't hold me to the time. They always have an odd starting time on Sundays. Great show. Last time I was in there. Go and see a great card. I know a couple of the matches they've announced. One guy I know, I can't think of his. See, I know his real name. I don't want to give it out. But Isaac Knox is going against. What's his name? I can't think of his name. He's a new Ocean State champion. Is one of the matches that they've announced. Should be interesting. No, he's gonna kill me. He's a show. One of the young guns, Willis. I don't know. You said you don't watch, you don't go to the independent show, so you couldn't help me here. Should be a good card. I think it's $10 for general admission. I will be sitting ringside, front row, so I already got my ticket. But ringside seat, general admission tickets are only $10 for the show. So something to look into. RWA New England, RWA Wrestling. It should be an excellent show coming up. I know the NCCW just had matches, which I did not see on July 22nd, this past weekend. I was attending something else. I couldn't go both places. And I believe the day before, the Trooper, James Allen, the guy who promotes and he's the president of the company, just went into the New England Hall of Fame. I mean, a lot of local wrestlers. I mean, Mike Baker, who's there, is in the New England Hall of Fame. Jose Perez is in the New England Hall of Fame. The late Derek Nally, who passed away about 2 months ago, he was in the New England Hall of Famer. Matthew West, who just recently had a birthday. These are local guys. I know is in the Hall of Fame. Well, we talked about this earlier in the show too. I said I wanted to leg into it. Maybe I'm going too fast, but who do you think that's not in the Hall of Fame should be in the Hall of Fame? Now, I've had my picks before, and I'll say them again. Bam Bam Bigelow should be in the Hall of Fame. Without a doubt, that man should be in the Hall of Fame. Can you think of anybody that's not in that should be in?
The Killer Bees?
I don't know if the Killer Bees are in. And
as far as I know, they're not.
I don't.
Jumping Jim Brunzo, B. Brian Blair.
They won 3 times. Did they win the title 3 times?
I don't even know if they ever won a title since when I watched them.
I don't know if they're Hall of Fame worthy.
No, Demolition should, but
Demolition won't go in now because of the controversy that happened, I guess, when they left WWE. Oh, I've met Demolition a few times. I mean, Barry Darsow was a very, very nice man. Billy Eadie seemed a little salty, but he was okay. But Barry Darsow was very friendly, very nice man. They should be in the Hall of Fame too, but they're not.
How about the natural disasters?
John Tenta and Earthquake.
No, Earthquake is John Tenta.
Earthquake and Tugboat.
Yeah, Tugboat / Typhoon.
I've met the real Tugboat. He was around for a while. I had him on Facebook for a while, but I haven't seen him in ages on anything.
I think I saw someone. He's supposed to be like related to like Cody Rhodes or somewhere.
I don't know.
Or Dustin.
That's a possibility. That's something
like an uncle or something.
Maybe look into that. They'd be an interesting choice to go into the Hall of Fame. I think we should put a couple more referees in. I think Dick Worley should be in the Hall of Fame. Referee from years ago. We all know Tim White's in. He got the Warrior Award last year. There's wrestlers from years ago, but I don't know if they're in or not. I know. I believe he is in the Hall of Fame because I saw it. I believe I watched it. Abdul the Butcher. I watched a special on Abdul the Butcher. He is in the Hall of Fame. Deservingly so. I mean, he has his own type of, his own character, his own style. Very gory, mean, really nasty wrestler. But outside the ring, he was a gentleman, a complete gentleman to people. One of the most liked guys. He wasn't the smartest guy because he quit school young.
You just said part of a name of another tag team.
Okay.
The Nasty Boys.
The Nasty, are they in?
I don't think so.
Knobs and Sags are not in the Hall of Fame. They should be.
I don't think they're in it yet.
I think they should be. I know the Dudley Boys are in.
Hardys are not in it yet.
But Hardy, well, they're still kind of wrestling too.
Well, Ray went in and he's still wrestling.
Yeah, but that doesn't really mean a heck of a lot. Another name, a celebrity that should be in. I don't understand why she's not in yet. Cyndi Lauper.
Oh yeah, Wendy Richter's.
Yeah, who brought her around the whole rock and wrestling thing was all signed by Cyndi Lauper.
Speaking of Cyndi Lauper, I realized something a few weeks ago. You know her Goonies Are Good Enough music video?
Okay.
That had the wrestlers in it?
Yes.
Wendy Richter's the last surviving wrestler from that video.
Okay.
Because the ones that were in it was Piper, Blassie, Moolah, Albano, Volkov, and Sheik.
Okay, yeah.
Wendy's the last surviving wrestler from that video.
Yes, she is, because we just lost a Sheik last month. Interesting little tidbits, Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you for your information there. I kind of think of somebody else who should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't know. I don't think the Midnight Express are in. There's another team you could think about. From the Global Wrestling area, you were managed at one time by Jim Cornette. Is Jim Cornette in the Hall of Fame? I don't think he is.
I don't know.
I don't know if Jim Cornette's in, but another guy who should be in the Hall of Fame is Jim Cornette. My opinion. I mean, he's been wrestling for 50 years. He has his own style and own controversy. I mean, a lot of big men are in, a lot of big men are not in. I mean, I know Vader's in. I know King Kong Bundy, I believe, is in. I know John Studd's in. I know, of course, Andre was the first one into the Hall of Fame.
All the way back to 30 years ago.
Big Show hasn't really been thought about, but they should think about putting Paul White in.
Oh, I know he's in AEW
right now. They're kind of maybe easing off of him. Another guy I know who just retired from AEW, allegedly online.
Oh.
Billy Gunn.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Yes.
He's probably DX.
Yes, he's actually in there twice with him in the New Age Outlaws. He's already in, but he just retired from wrestling, supposedly this past weekend. AEW had matches. He's a guy that's a future Hall of Famer. CM Punk should be in. Samoa Joe, I think, should be going to the Hall of Fame when he retires. Even though they work for AEW, they should be considered for I mean, we've got guys that were in AWA, never wrestled in WWE ever, that are in. I mean, Greg Gagne, Nick Bockwinkel.
I don't think Greg is in it. Greg's not in it. His father is, but not him.
I believe Greg is in it. I think he's in it. He went in one of the years. Something we could look up, but I believe Greg Gagne is in the Hall of Fame.
I just knew if his father was in it, but that's all I
know the Von Erichs are in. I know Kevin's in. And Kevin never, I believe Kevin briefly might have worked for WWE, but as I know his brother Kerry did, as a Texas Tornado.
Former Intercontinental Champion.
Yes. Of course, Owen Hart's wife will not let Owen go into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I don't know if it's AEW or TNA. It did something with him.
AEW had a big tournament for him, the Owen Hart title, and figure out who won that. He beat CM Punk in the final.
I've never seen something like that I think it was on Facebook, I think it was.
It's very, very interesting. Older wrestlers, older referees, Gilberto Roman from back in the 80s, I don't know if qualifies. Nick Patrick, I think, should be going in the Hall of Fame. He didn't. Dangerous Danny Davis, maybe? Local guy? You could think about him going in? I don't know. It's a good subject. Like I said, who would have some more answers for us if he was here is Steve. Steve at one time himself was a referee. We're hoping to get Steve. I'm hoping to get Steve back sometime next month, maybe as a guest.
He won't be here next month.
Well, and as you drop the ball, in the month of August, folks, we're probably not going to have a taping because I'm going to be going away for a few days. And the day before we were supposed to tape, I'm going away the next day, so I'm probably not going to tape and not going to tape for the month of August. So I won't be seeing you folks now until September or the end of August, however it works out. I think it might not be in September. I think it's the 2nd, but we'll find that out. Well, like I said, we're all waiting for SummerSlam. To change subject for a minute or two, we have the time. Red Sox are doing fairly good lately. I mean, they've won, like 10 of the last 13 or 14 games? It's doing pretty good. They're like 6 games over 500 right now. I think they're in 4th place. They passed the Yankees. I think them and the Yankees have been flip-flopping 4th and 5th place. And then they just traded away one of their players, Kiki Hernandez, went to the Dodgers. And I liked Kiki Hernandez, good player, couldn't field. I think he led the league in errors, didn't he? For a second
I have
baseman?
no idea.
Yeah, you don't follow baseball.
It's been a while since I followed baseball.
You only wear the hats. But the Red Sox, no one's really lighting it up for the Red Sox. I mean, a couple of pitchers have been doing very, very well. Like Nick Pivetta just got a league record for the most strikeouts as a relief pitcher, 13. A week and a half ago. Imagine getting 13 strikeouts in a relief appearance. He came in like the 3rd inning and pitched right to the 8th. Oh. And Patrice Bergeron retired. That was just announced. For those of you who haven't heard that yet. Jaylen Brown for the Celtics just signed a massive, $300,000 contract? Something like $300 million contract? 5 years? $16 million a year, the highest paid player in basketball. So he'll be a Celtic now for the next 5 years. So they're going to keep building him around him, which is good. Can't wait for that. Today, which is, like I said, we taped this, folks, on a Wednesday, was the opening day of the Patriots practices. So we'll be talking a little bit more about Patriots during our upcoming show. See how they're going to do. I mean, they've got a few cogs they have missing in their lineup. But we'll see how Mac Jones does with the better offensive coordinator and some of the players that they've picked up and some of the draft picks that are strong. And the Boston sports team has been picking up a lot lately, which I'm glad to see. Everything's been going well. So how have you been staying cool? We have a few more seconds left.
I have a few fans in my room.
That's good. Yes, fans. I got the air conditioning going to my house, my car. Everything's going good that way. Staying cool. Well, I can't believe this half hour's up already. We actually got to the half hour. I'd like to thank AACS for having us, our director for directing us. I want to remind everyone out there to stay cool. Rest in peace, Tony Bennett, and rest in peace, John Scanlon, whose birthday, by the time we have the next show, might have birthday by then. Thanks for watching, folks. Take care.